Sure, absolutely. So this is my favorite part of being a fractional CMO versus an agency because I have a seat at the table. I very much, when someone hires me, when I sit down to have an initial conversation with them, they're like, well, we have a, stack this high of agency, proposals on our desk, back at the office. Cause I like to do a lot of my business in person, wherever possible, of course, especially regionally. Um, and, I'll say, that's fantastic. I love agencies and I know exactly how to activate them. And it's very likely that you need both of us because I will tell you that agencies can't really be successful unless they have an internal, leader and champion who understands their language and what it is that they need to be ultimately successful. So it's starting the conversations in that, like, they may not be familiar with what a fractional can do for them if they've not utilized that type of skill set in the past. So I think very early on, it's about just not only level setting there, but also listening. And I never go into anything. Like, a lot of times I don't even do a lot of research before I head in, unless there's something specific that I've been, clued up to as far as an area that they're struggling or a competitor that they're, having a hard time gaining market share over, or share of voice over. Then ultimately I'll just come in and I'll just listen. And I just poke. I just continue to ask questions that really get to the core foundations of the business. How are we operating? What is the team structure like? Very much using, and even I just said it there, using the our language. It has been a very easy transition for me to just feel that I am so a part of each and every one of these teams, so that I'm walking along in step with them as some of these key things are occurring within the organization. So for example, one of my clients I just kicked off with the beginning of December. We actually just had our 1 month mark just a couple of weeks ago, or a couple days ago. And they had a board meeting yesterday, and they, have begun to trust me enough that I'm the only other person outside of the co-founder that got walked through every single slide, was asked for that feedback. But not only does that, show to me, the value that hopefully I'm providing for their team, but it also provides immense value for me as I now can go. And of course, once things are approved and we're able to act on them, it helps me to start thinking through those strategies going forward. So that in and of itself is just a perfect example of a great relationship, is that as long as I have that seat at the table, and I'm being brought in, I am that member of the team that, from a senior level perspective, who's helping to drive the strategy forward.